Welcome to Her Story, a special series from the FAM podcast celebrating the women shaping the mattress industry. I'm your host, Tara Kinsley, and in each episode, we'll go deeper, personal, professional, and play, to explore who these women are as people, how they lead, and what truly fills their cup. This is Her Story, and this is the FAM, proud champions of the women who move the mattress industry and the world forward.
For the first time ever, top retailers can introduce the mattress that's been locked away inside of one of America's top mattress retailers until now. Introducing Prana Sleep, the ultimate luxury mattress collection designed by lifelong sleep industry leaders who set out to create the best sleep experience imaginable at any cost. Born from decades of industry expertise and real-world retail feedback, Prana Sleep doesn't just sell mattresses, it sells satisfaction, loyalty, and premium performance. Now, Prana Sleep is awarding these unparalleled products to a select group of top-tier retailers. Proudly made in the USA, Prana Sleep mattresses are handcrafted in private factories by top-tier craftspeople, ensuring exceptional quality and detail. What sets Prana Sleep apart? 100% natural materials, luxury latex, and the only machines in the world that quilt latex directly into the top panel for a one-of-a-kind, indulgent feel. Stand out in the marketplace with a mattress line engineered for luxury and crafted for those who demand the best. Your competition will hate selling against Prana Sleep because nothing compares. Prana Sleep, bring the secret to success into your stores today. Go to pranasleep.com now to apply. Comfort without compromise. Leggett & Platt and Elite Comfort Solutions believe better sleep begins with better engineering. For decades, they powered many of the industry's most trusted bedding brands with advanced foam and component technologies. Their solutions are designed to enhance comfort, improve performance, and help products stand out in a competitive marketplace. Today, they're expanding that partnership, working directly with retailers to develop high-performance private label brands built on differentiated comfort technologies and supported by strategic marketing solutions. From product design to brand storytelling, they help their partners win. Leggett & Platt and Elite Comfort Solutions. Smarter comfort, stronger brands, success built together.
Welcome to the FAM podcast with Mark Kinsley. This is where the best in the bedding business get even better.
Hi, fam. Thank you so much for joining Her Story again. Today, I am so excited to have Becky Gray on the show. She is the Chief Sales Officer at Bluebell Mattress Company. She's been with Bluebell for 20 years. She's my second Canadian female on the show. So do you like poutine?
So much.
All right.
Not my favorite.
2 for 2. No's on that.
No.
All right.
No.
And she is going to be a first-time dream camper in Santa Barbara this year. And I'm so excited. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on. And yeah, definitely looking forward to the Santa Barbara piece there.
Oh, man, it's so beautiful out there. I mean, even if it all goes to hell in a handbasket, at least it'll be a beautiful setting.
Right. Exactly.
Which
Well,
it
it'll have a
won't.
nice view. No, it won't.
Yes.
Will not.
All right, let me tell you how Her Story works. We have 3 categories: personal, professional, and play.
Great.
You'll choose a number between 1 and 9 or 1 and 8, depending on the category. That number decides what question you'll be asked, so choose wisely. Let's get started.
Sounds good.
First category is personal. So we've got 1 and 8.
1 and
Choose your number.
Okay. Let's go with 1.
What's your current definition of success and how has it changed over the years?
Current definition of success. Personally, I would say family, how it changes over the years is now just children getting older and seeing what they want to achieve and
Mm.
having yeah, having the benefit of watching them grow and that gives me a personal sense of satisfaction and, getting them situated to go and do what they want to do, where they want to do, how they want to do. So, yeah, over time, used to be kind of, checking all the boxes, getting everybody through the week where everyone needs to be, how everybody needs to be there, and work and, finding time and juggling all the things. Whereas now I think setting back a little bit and watching everybody kind of go their own way and succeed on their own a little bit without all the hand holding.
Yeah, and that has to feel a little rewarding, right? I mean, your kids are of the age where they're starting to make their own decisions and they have their own opinions and probably maybe some paths that they're looking into.
Boring. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not quite there yet. They still need that, yeah, help along the way. But yeah, getting there. Getting
Yeah.
there.
And two, I mean, how do you manage, since you and your husband are both from Canada, how do you kind of manage that, seeing your family that's back there and, y'all live on the East Coast? I mean, that's also got to be something that looks different too now as they're getting older and maybe into more things where they've got to be present,
Yeah.
here.
So I think the getting to this point with not having family in the area and always
Yeah.
being long distant, we went back and forth regularly, East Coast to West Coast, and tried to make sure we had the time back in Canada, but balancing all the activities out here. So I think now visiting family has evolved a little bit, and I can go and do that myself without tracking everybody, or they can do that by themselves. So it's a little bit different, but going back and forth and still maintaining that connection and traveling to the West Coast is just part of being here and family being in Vancouver. So
Yeah.
trying to balance it and still maintain time and relationships, obviously, with
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, it's you guys have quite a distance for sure.
yep, time change and the distance. Yeah, make it work.
Yeah. You just have to, right? All right. 1 through 8. You can't pick one again.
Okay, let's go with what
3. Ooh, do you believe in having it all? Why or why not?
having it all. Good question. I would say yes, it depends on what that definition is of having it all. Obviously balancing work, family, and all other things is the goal. But I'm not sure that I've ever achieved all of the things. It's usually kind of ebbs and flows. So choosing to, or, when you're juggling all the things, choosing to lean into career at some points, stepping back and focusing on family at other points. I think from my perspective, that is part of the definition, and having the ability. And I've been fortunate enough to kind of have that ebb and flow.
Yeah.
So the end result is that you feel like you've had success in both areas. Sometimes it's not always, possible to do it all at the same time, but over time to try and have, growth personally and growth professionally and having success with trying to balance it all out, even though in the moment it might not feel that way, I would
Yeah,
say.
no doubt. I feel like sometimes our society pushes women in particular to have the career, to have the perfect family, to spend the time, to have the marriage, to have the relationship. And, I love what you said. Like, you can have success in those areas, maybe just like not all at once, every single day, or even every single month, or even every single year.
Cumulatively over time, it grows and develops and builds, but in the moment, it ebbs and flows. Right.
Yeah, that's good. I love it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do another personal.
6.
6. I like this one.
Oh
What's
dear.
one thing here? What's one thing people get totally wrong about you?
Totally wrong about. Maybe the fact that I'm not, I don't know what the right word would be. Um, Not competitive, not all in. I can be pretty kind of low key.
Yeah.
I did not, grow up as an athlete or, have a sports background or anything like that, but I'm pretty competitive.
Yeah.
kind of in a quiet way. So don't like to lose. Yes. Target, winning. But, I don't, it's not necessarily something that I would say people would say would be front and center of my personality.
I feel that way too about you, like, even, like, with work, like, we did, an AI course with you guys at Bluebell.
Mhm.
It was kind of like you were learning and absorbing and asking questions, and there were other people who were, like, taking up more space, but then, like, afterwards, you were asking questions and doing stuff on your own and, talking to Mark about, like, this or that or these ideas, like, you were, like, on it, like, really. So, yeah, I can see that, like, because initially you do come off as, like, a very peaceful, calm person, but in the back, your wheels are spinning for
There's
sure.
yeah, I like to be at the forefront of on the right side of winning, but not necessarily I don't necessarily need to be front and center in a room or so I think that perception is okay, well if you've got that presence or you have that personality, then you're more competitive. And I think that I just do it differently.
Yeah, and so you did share with me a little bit your family is a big hockey family. Maybe do you ever get into hockey, or are you just, like, going to support the fam? Are you competitive in that space, like, as
Yeah,
a
no, when the
spectator?
kids are playing, it's yes, you're kind of have to be all in. So, yeah. When it's yeah, when the kids are on the ice, I may not be the loudest in the room, but definitely all in for sure.
Yeah, I love that, I love that.
It's the
Alright, let's
Canadian
do.
connection. Yeah.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. One more personal, 1 through 8.
What did I do? All right, 7.
7. What's one sleep habit that you publicly preach but privately break all the time?
What's one sleep habit? Publicly preach.
Like when you're on the floor at
Yeah,
shows.
I would say I'm pretty good with the electronics, but don't have a TV in the room. Definitely sometimes on the phone before
Yeah,
shutting it down.
yeah,
The no, like, keep everything calm, no electronics, and what you're supposed to do. I would say I probably break that sometimes.
yeah, yeah. You definitely, like, go down you're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna check this one
Just, yeah,
thing."
yeah, yeah.
Or, like, I'll, like, set my alarm on my phone, and then I'm like, "And Instagram," like, and no.
Right. And I just need to put that in my shopping cart
Right.
or, yeah, yeah. So maybe the little screen time happens for sure. Yeah.
We don't have a TV in our room either, which I feel like is rare days.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing that never had yeah, put that in there, so that eliminates the temptation.
Yeah, and I feel like if there's a TV in the room, like, we did a renovation downstairs and we moved upstairs, and we do have a TV in one of our guest bedrooms, and so I was like, "Let's stay in that guest bedroom," and I just found myself, like, staying up later and later because I'm like,
It's
Just finish this
cheesy.
episode." Yeah,
Yeah.
it is way too easy, so for me.
Yeah, travel and hotels, it's definitely, yeah, different. So, yeah, no, not having that, at home is helpful for
Yeah,
more
I
sleep.
agree. Alright, we're gonna move on to professional. Really quick, if you could give us just a brief summary of, like, how you got into the industry, specifically Bluebell. Did you work for any mattressy situations before that?
Yeah, absolutely. My whole career, I have been in
Okay.
the mattress business.
Did you get your, bachelor's in mattresses or.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, funny story. Like, yes. So, I graduated, out west in, Vancouver, Canada,
Mhm,
and while I was doing my final semester,
mhm,
at, college, I was, for part of my business major was a project with a company.
okay.
So, I was in a group, and we did a project for a mattress manufacturer.
Really? Did you get assigned that, or did you, like, did somebody choose that? Like, how did that
I
even.
can't remember that far back. Randomly, I don't know. I ended up like at this mattress manufacturer. And they were small and growing. And I explored a few things after graduating and kind of maintained a connection. And they needed somebody, and it was a very small business. So, I kind of looked at the opportunity to learn all of the things. So it was kind of like
Yeah.
more a sales and marketing type role, but I literally learned everything possible about the industry because from, being on the manufacturing floor to product design to sales to marketing, I mean, it was kind of an all in one. So
Yeah.
it gave me a really fundamental exposure to the industry at a small scale and, kind of a hands-on approach of growing a business. So it was very entrepreneurial. So, be able to move the needle. So that's how I started. And I was there for 5 years. And then my husband actually came down to the East Coast first to do his master's. So I was like, oh, maybe it's time for a change. So, but then when I moved down, I followed him and came to Connecticut. I stayed in the industry and worked for ticking for
Okay.
a little a year and a bit or so, a couple years, and then it was also a great way to stay in the industry because I serviced all the mattress manufacturers.
Right. Yeah.
So I made all kinds of connections and then kind of got a little bored and it was changing and kind of really wanted to get back on this side of things. So, and I've been at Bluebell ever since. The company was family owned at that time. So got an opportunity. Actually, small world. David Binky hired me. He was
Hmm.
at Bluebell at the time. So he hired me as they were onboarding some larger customers. And I've had the fortunate experience of being given opportunities along the way
Yeah.
to kind of grow with the company and get to this point. So that's how I got started. And it just
Snowballed.
how that works.
Yeah, I do actually. And so, what a unique experience, though. Your first kind of entry into the manufacturing was small. So, like, you got to like really try it all.
Hands on.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was on sales and marketing, but it was product development, right? So it starts with product. So giving me kind of the hands-on exposure for components, understanding putting the pieces together, and then obviously pricing, costing, margin,
Yeah.
um, kind of learn as you go.
Yeah. And then it is also funny that David Binky hired you. It is such a small industry, even though it's not, it is. I
So,
always,
and I already knew David Biggie because I worked for a Spring Air license in Canada. So David was at Spring Air. So I would go down for the Spring Air meetings and David was at Spring Air at the time. Well, he was with Spring Air license at the time. And then so knew of, West Coast, East Coast, knew of each other
yeah,
from prior. So yeah,
it's
that's
cool.
all connected. All
And
connected.
then,
Yeah.
and here we are today.
Yes. Here we are.
All right. Well, these are professional questions.
Yes.
So
Okay.
1 through 9, lucky number.
Okay. Let's start with 3.
3. This is good. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice at the start of your career, what would it be?
Piece of advice. I would probably sounds like a kind of a easy, kind of a throwaway response, but I feel like it's something that I could have done better, which would be kind of develop and lean into a network.
Mm,
I feel that is something that's evolved for me over time. And I feel like that there's always the benefit of those connections in that network. And, a little bit more reserved, the reserved, Canadian in me. I was more, yeah, conservative on that front. So I feel like having done that better sooner just kind of opens more doors, right?
yeah.
Conversations, opportunities, that type of thing. So probably that.
Do you feel like, you're definitely more introverted?
Yes, yes. I don't, as I say, like we talked about at the beginning, I don't need to always need to be the one front of the room. And then whether it's conferences or something like that, I come back and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go into the room and close the doors and I'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah. So you feel like depleted by that much people, you got to recharge on your
Yes
own.
and no. I wouldn't say depleted is probably not because I do enjoy it. I think that
Sure.
I get that you gain from all of the interactions and
Yeah.
the relationships and conversations and all those things. But just kind of need some just downtime.
Recharge, yeah.
Yeah, to recharge.
Well, now you have the fam.
There you go. Exactly.
That's good. I think that that's great advice. So I think, it is really hard when you get started to put yourself out there and make those connections. I mean, I didn't start working in the mattress industry until 2022. And I remember the first like market I went to where I was working and it's intimidating.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that was, I started so young and I was, there wasn't a lot of similar people my
Females?
age, that type of thing. I
Yeah.
remember one, there was another Canadian, Melanie Stranex. She and I were kind of, at the same in Canada too. And yeah, like there, other than that, there was really, you're like, okay, who am I going to hang out with? Right.
Yeah.
Like who am I going to go talk to? So
Yeah.
maybe that was part of it too. I think back, but yeah, it's changed, thankfully.
Yeah, it has.
Changing,
Yeah,
changing.
it is changing. Yes. All right. 1 through 9. We're still in professional.
We're still in professional. Okay. What was the last one I did?
We did 3.
Okay. So let's do 6.
6. Do you think women support women enough in our industry?
I think women support women in our industry. Again, I feel I'm going to answer that by looking at kind of my experience and
Yeah.
what I do. And I feel frankly that, I could do a better job. And I think there's networks out there that there's an opportunity to lean into and there's room for improvement for, myself specifically to do so. So that's kind of one of my objectives to try and do improve on and do a better job because I think it can make a difference, right? When you think about reflecting on your journey and your experience and opportunities, I mean, that's a way that it can kind of organically happen
Yeah.
when you're at events, talking to people or structured things. So I think I would say because I haven't leaned in as much as I would like to, there's opportunity for me to do more. Therefore, as an industry, yes, there's always improvement that way.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think obviously we're predominantly a male industry. I do think that's changing. And I do think that's a good thing for both the manufacturer and the consumer since, most of the consumers are women in the United States. So it's true. It's fact. I'm not making it up.
Right.
So I think that helps, when the industry embraces that and kind of maybe even looks a little bit more to us for guidance or leadership.
Yeah, and I find that, even though we are from a broader perspective part of furniture, the furniture industry, the bedding industry is not and is always, kind of that carve out because it's a little different. It's different. And so
Totally.
it's not, and there's not a lot of overlap.
Okay.
There's not a lot of overlap or, taking a career from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And I feel like, the female presence on the furniture side is far greater than on the mattress side. And, I think it's kind of like, oh, it's more fun. It's more exciting. It
Yeah.
probably is.
Yeah.
So it's totally the wrong side of that, but
Yeah.
that's okay. So yeah, I think it's different. I think there's more younger generations to see examples
Yeah.
on the furniture side than on the mattress side. So yeah, I feel like I can contribute more.
I love that, like, you're taking personal responsibility because, I mean, I think that's right. Like, all of us as females can. So part of the problem with less female representation is
You gotta
the
lean in.
females that are, yeah, the
Right.
females who are there have not. I mean, yes, many have and many haven't, and so it takes everybody for sure. All right, one more professional, 1 through 9.
Let's go with 1. Did I do 1?
1.
1. No, I did. Yeah.
No, you did one in a different category. You can
Okay.
choose one every single time if you want to. What's a moment in your career when you almost quit, and what made you stay?
Gosh, there's been many moments.
You're like,
How do I choose?
let me just go down this rabbit hole for a few. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
My goodness. I think that what was there a moment that I wanted?
Was when you came to oh, go ahead.
No, no, I would say probably, and it kind of goes back to the whole, was it, what, what, what was it? And it was probably the combination of trying to do all of the things. So I would say one example would be, just kind of coming back to work with after my firstborn and juggling. So the travel at that point, I was on the road and it was just hard
Yeah.
to keep all the balls in the air and do all the things and to be present and effective in
Do you
all of.
feel like you had to give something up? Like something has to give in those spaces.
Yes. So, but I think that, many people in that situation, you feel like you're giving up, but you're just not effective in neither space.
Yeah.
So you're not able to do what you want to do at home as much as you want to, or be as effective. So, thankfully, I would say again, like I had great support and an opportunity. So again, I feel like, you put this on yourself, right?
Yeah.
So that was probably more a personal challenge, more the expectations I put on myself for doing all the things that I, wanted to do coming back to work, and then also having just the new transition. So that's one example. But
Yeah.
yes, there's been others where you're like, how is this going to work? But you make it work. Thankful that, um, as I say, the opportunity and the environment that I've worked in has been very supportive, and understanding, and um, still created those opportunities for advancement
Mhm.
within that context. So it wasn't a disadvantage. It was just part, and I mean, I think that. Uh, Managing all those things makes you more effective at
Yeah.
work. I mean, I strongly believe that, having the balance and having the exposure and managing all those things allows you to um, be a better manager, have more understanding and empathy for, the team or what other people are going through, and therefore you have better results within organization because there's just a better perspective and awareness of those types of things. So I think for me, that's how I look at it too. I try and think of, okay, if this is making you better, it's not easy, but if it makes you better and
Mm.
a better leader, then those are the things that, again, cumulatively kind of build up over time that you can lean on and build on.
Yeah. And it clearly you have felt some sort of support from Bluebell to be there that
A
long,
long time.
or does it feel comfortable and challenging? Does it feel
Yeah, so I think that was basically the trajectory that I kind of needed. So it's not been the same.
Mm.
So company that I work for today is very different than the company that I started with 20 years ago. Very,
Yeah.
very. So from ownership structure to my role, my contributions, the roles that I've had over the years, and those opportunities that were created. So it was always something different. It was always something more challenging, and also kind of a mentoring and a development environment. So I
Mhm.
was able to grow. And that was super.
Yeah, that is. I love that. Yeah. Good. Okay, let's do one more professional and then we will play.
Okay. What was I just did one.
You
Okay.
did one.
8.
8. What's one policy or practice in your company or the industry that feels outdated AF?
What's a policy? I don't know. Policy, a practice? Well, I don't know. Maybe a personal, I would say policy, not really policy, but preference, I would say.
Okay.
It would be voicemail.
Okay.
We still have, voicemail at the office. Everybody knows that I don't check my office voicemail. Like,
Right.
so don't call me or don't leave me a message. Don't put anyone through to my voicemail at the office. It does exist, but I, you know, don't use it.
So do you have a landline still?
At the office, yeah, we have people that answer the phone at the office. Yes, we are old school that way, which I feel gives our customers, the opportunity to call and talk to a human being.
I
So
do like that part.
very important.
Yeah.
But don't put them through to my voicemail because I'm
Right.
not checking that inbox at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like, but that's just kind of a legacy, like who we are and our culture, which was great. We definitely, you can call us and talk to somebody and we can get back to you. Uh, but again, my cell phone, I know I don't know there's certain people that don't leave me a voicemail because yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. My sister every once in a while will leave me a voicemail as like a joke. And I'm like now I have to listen to this. Why? Because I'm like too curious to just delete it.
Not, yes. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Text is good.
Yeah. Text you. So that's, yeah. Or
Yeah.
email.
Email is good too. Although, yeah, the
Is
team
better.
also knows don't write me a long email. Like not to, then I won't read it. I'll be like, yeah, I saw it, but
Right. Yeah.
sorry. What's the tell
Yeah.
me? Yeah, and text me what the
Yeah. And then you get a long text and you're like,
message
"Ugh."
is. Yeah, exactly. Tell me in 2
That's so
minutes.
funny.
I'm not reading that one.
I love it. All right, let's play. Let's get to the fun part.
Okay.
All right, 1 through 8 play. You can pick 1 again or 2 or 3 or anything.
All right, let's pick one.
1. What's your go-to treat yourself splurge after a long week?
A long week, go to splurge.
You just had a long week
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
and it's only Thursday.
I do have a spa appointment this weekend.
Yay. Okay, what do you do at the spa?
This one is sometimes it'll just be massage, sometimes
Yeah.
it'll be like, sometimes
Facial.
facial.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
A
kind of
little,
bop
yeah,
back and forth.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
So definitely, I don't do it as much as
Probably not as
so,
much as you
but
should.
I don't like once every 6 months maybe.
People need things like that though, and I always feel like people feel guilty, and it's like,
Yes,
dude,
take the
like,
time. Yeah.
don't feel guilty. Like, you deserve that, and also your body will thank you for that. Like,
Yes.
it will.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. After plane rides and car rides, if you have a good massage therapist, that's a good thing.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I totally agree with that. All right, what else? 1 through 8.
3.
3. What's your sleep routine really like? What is it? I mean, we already talked about you do sometimes do a little phony.
Yeah. And then sometimes depending on the week, I may fall asleep downstairs before I make it upstairs. So
Gotcha.
then probably not, what we're supposed to do. But honestly, like I don't have too many issues. So I'm literally like, all right, shut her down, go to sleep. So
Yeah.
I don't do a ton. I don't have a huge routine.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like wrap it up
Yeah.
and bedtime.
Do you guys, like, when you get home from work, like, are you kind of a routine person where you like, we're gonna cook dinner and then we're gonna watch a show and then we're gonna kind of ease into the night? Or
You heard the part that, I have children. So no, who's going where, how are you going to get dropped off and the pickup, and then when are we going to eat and what you're going to eat and all that stuff. So no.
it's just
That's
every
when
night
I'm on
is
the road, I get to relax a little, but yeah. And I
that's
only have 2 children. Like it's not like that crazy, but yes, it's usually
kids have so much going on these days.
depending on what the schedule is. It's just,
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more. Play.
What number can I go to?
You can go 1 to 8.
Okay. Oh gosh. Let's go 5.
5. If your career had a mascot, what would it be?
My career had a mascot. What would it be? Gosh. Can I pass?
You can pass. You can pass if you want. I feel like it would be an owl though.
Got nothing.
Because
An owl?
yes, because like you're always like taking in information, but also you could like swoop in and like eat a snake in 2 seconds. Like, I think you're an owl. You give me owl vibes.
My customer a while ago, one of my customers says, "Oh, Becky," she's like, it's like a velvet hammer." That's how he described.
Yes.
I was like, "What does that mean? Should I be insulted?"
No,
He's
I
like,
think you
"No,
should
no,
be.
no, it's good." He's like, "You
Yeah.
can come in, but when you kind of want to get it done, you'll get it done." I'm like, "Okay, I see, you can see that."
Same as an owl. You're an owl.
Take it.
All right, let's do one more play then, since you
All right.
skipped that one.
I passed. You answered it for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. 4.
4 is, if you had any superpower or skill, what would it be?
Oh, superpower or skill.
Could just be a skill.
I'd like to be one of these people that can just do like crazy math in their head.
Ooh.
You know? Like there's a few people that can just be like, well, this and this and this and this and this. I need to like, okay, wait a minute. Figure out what that is. But that would be good because then you could kind of just, yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
in those meetings where everyone's, yeah, throwing out the facts and the stats.
Yeah. And they're
And I'd
like
like
pulling out
I'd
their
like to be
phone.
faster. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And to be able to be like, no, 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 no. Here's the
Yeah.
number that you should look at. So that would be
I like that. That's an original one. Nobody said that one yet. And I like that. And I think that is a really good, that would be a nice skill to have.
yeah. Yeah.
Even like with shopping and budgeting at home and
Yes.
like doing all this stuff, you could just be like,
Doing like the quick math. It's
right.
not, yeah, I have to
Not
stop
like
and think about it too long. Yeah.
same. Big time same. All right. We've made it to the lightning round.
Great.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
All right. Text or call?
Text.
You
Well,
kind of already said that. Unless it's somebody who's your call to?
family.
Okay.
Family's a phone call. It's like, I'm driving, I'm going to catch up. So yeah, that's definitely a call.
Okay. But everybody else just text. Gotcha. Early bird or night owl?
I'm actually neither. I'm more like late morning. Like that's
We're
my
like,
productive time. Yeah.
so like you get up, you like but like what time do you get up in the morning?
6.
Okay.
6:30. Yeah.
That's early-ish.
Yeah.
What
But
time
I'm
do you
not
go to?
functioning. Like that's just because, we got to get, yeah. And
So
then
you're like zombieing
functioning,
around.
yeah, until, yeah, come like 9:10. I'm on it.
You're ready. I like it. Okay. Pack light or bring options?
Ooh, bring options.
Okay. All right. I've yet to have a woman say pack light.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I pack light, but I'm the only one. I'm waiting for my soulmate there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got to be all willing to do that.
Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook?
I'm not really a social media person.
You're not. You're a social media ghost. It was really hard for me.
And I tell the truth, right? You can't really, I'm not really, no.
I found you on LinkedIn. However, there were 0 posts.
Very, very little. I'm not good. It's kind of one of those things. Again, it kind of goes with the, being a little bit more engaged. So
Yeah.
working on it.
I like it. Firm or plush? Okay, me too. Power nap or push through?
Yeah, power nap.
Yeah? That's something I would have gotten wrong about you.
Yeah.
I mean, because every time I see you, you're just like on. So
Yeah.
I just feel like you would just push through.
Yeah, I do. But if there's an opportunity, I'll be like, all right, I'll be back for.
Can you actually sleep?
I can on a plane, and then, yeah, it depends.
Yeah,
That's-
just
yeah.
like where
Yeah.
you're at.
Yeah,
That's it. It wasn't that bad, was it?
wasn't that bad. Hopefully you
Good.
did okay.
You did great. Thank you for sharing your time and your story and just a little bit more about yourself for our community, for the fam. I know that showcasing women in this industry is important, so I'm glad that you gave us your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. It was great to chat.
All right, until next time, fam. See ya.
Thank you.